Introduce myself. I'm Jenny. I lead our solutions engineering team at OpenAI. I work with customers. I work with students, educators. My team does as well to help them understand AI and how they can bring it into their lives and make it more beneficial for themselves. So today I'm going to focus a little bit about what this will mean for you as a founder and how you can use ChatGPT as a real CTO right beside you. One of the things that we've heard a lot from people that we talked to recently is that there are so many features within ChatGPT. People have been using it, but it started out as just a search bar almost. And now there's so many different ways where you can interact with it and you can have it essentially as an agent at your side. But I'm not going to go through each one of these because it can get confusing. But if you think about it in the day-to-day flow, I'd love to tell you a story about how I would use this if I were founding a company today or extending my company. So show of hands, how many people here have started exploring adding new products or new business lines into your business? Cool. So a few of you here. It's scary and you probably want to think through, okay, is there a market for this? What are the competitors in this space? How are they doing? Are they going after the same customers I am? And so you can really use ChatGPT as a helper here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to paste in a prompt and we will share these prompts with you after so that you do not have to start from scratch. But let's say that I have a vitamin business and I really want to pivot and start creating a subscription business because I know that I have people who are coming back over and over again. And I want to start offering them new products within that subscription and give them upsell opportunities. And so what I can do is I can kick off a deep research task within ChatGPT and I can ask it to go and research this market for me. Because when you go and you actually have to pitch this and you want more funding for this, one of the first questions that you're going to get is who else is in this space? How much are they charging? Do they have the same exact demographic as you? And so it will take you hours to do this normally, but you can do this right within ChatGPT. So in this example, deep research, this feature is actually acting as a consultant almost by my side. It's going to ask me more questions so that it can really do this search for me. I will quickly answer these. I am targeting Gen Z. And it might even start asking me questions that I haven't even thought of. I hadn't even thought of maybe I should make this a premium offering or make this a more affordable offering. And so what it's going to do now is it's going to go off and kick off this research task. And you kind of think of this as a consultant or an analyst. And it's going to scour the web for all of the different competitors in this space. And so this intentionally is going to take a while. Good work takes a while to do. And so I actually have one that I kicked off before this, and I can show you right here. And so this intentionally is going to take a while. Good work takes a while to do. And so I actually have one that I kicked off before this, and I can show you right here. And so this is creating a very, very long, detailed report of the competitors in this space that I need to watch out for as I start thinking through creating a vitamin business. You can see that it is going through and it's citing the different sources, so you can look into this more. And if I go here, I'll actually see all the different places that ChatGPT went and actually looked for more content. And so I've done this before and it's actually found research papers embedded in other research papers. And so this is just a great way of getting those tasks and getting that synthesis of this competitive landscape. And so once I have all of this information and I actually want to think about what does this mean for me financially? When is my break-even point? How much investment will I actually need to ask for? I can actually treat ChatGPT as an analyst. Let me fork this conversation. So I'll start a new conversation here, and I can treat ChatGPT as a financial analyst and help me figure out exactly how much I should charge for this, what my likelihood of breaking even is, and when that will be. And so I have a couple of files here that I'm going to upload. And so all these files are, and we have a Google Drive integration as well. So if you have these files that you're collaborating with, you can upload them that way by having them on my desktop. All these files are my revenue and my sales over the last year. And then also just some sample predictions of like what a 2% adoption rate, a 5% adoption rate, and a 10% adoption rate is. And when my break, and what I'm asking ChatGPT to do for me is actually create some financial analysis of when I will break even on this. These files are getting uploaded into ChatGPT, and it's going to go and do this analysis here. So you can see it's starting to go through this. It's starting to look at the prices that I've uploaded, and take this very complex task that you would usually have to have a finance background for, and it can do this all for you. Obviously, you can check the work, but you can see all of the information coming up here. And it's continuing to analyze this. And so this is what we call data analysis within ChatGPT. It takes really complex, very large spreadsheets. It can write code to actually analyze those spreadsheets. And I can see the revenue predictions here based on the different inputs that I put in. And so this is like a mini CFO or consultant in your pocket. So it's given me the financial analysis of this. And this is really great information to start thinking through, how am I going to go pitch this? I have the competitive information. I have information about the financials and the different options that I want to present to my investors. But now I actually want to bring this to life into a pitch deck. And so one of the things that we actually launched last week is an integration with Canva. And this integration, yes, this integration is awesome because it allows you to essentially call Canva and you can say, hey, create me a pitch deck, a beautiful pitch deck of all the research that I just did for my founders, for my investors. So it's taking that competitive analysis. Obviously, you should read it. It's going to synthesize it down. You'll get questions on it, but it's going to synthesize it down in a way that's really readable for investors. And then it's going to take that financial analysis as well. And so what it's doing right now, it's calling Canva's APIs. It's creating a few different options. And so because this is using a lot of API tokens and it's using a lot of our compute. I again have this done, but I can show you at the end to show you know that this is actually working. And it's actually going through and giving me a few different options of how I can present this to different founders. It has that market synthesis that I had, or it had that competitive synthesis that I actually looked up earlier. It has the financial projections. And then I have a few different options here based on where based on my style. And then I can even click into this more and then click into Canva and then even do even more brand updates. Maybe I can take this and create more images out of it as well. And that's something that Maddie's going to go through later, but I wanted to show you this experience in ChatGPT of how quickly you can get from thinking about just starting a new product line to actually getting to a spot where you feel comfortable putting this in front of investors. One more thing here is that sometimes when you go to investors, I actually do want to see, well, okay, I see the research that you've done, but what is this going to look like on your website? How are you going to draw people into this? And another thing that you can do within ChatGPT as you're going through this is you can now, without having to write any code yourself, actually ask ChatGPT to create what a website might look like. So we have this feature called Canvas. You can use it for writing. You can use it for coding. We actually just updated a lot of our models so that we can create beautiful landing pages. You can use this and you can actually take it and use it and ship it yourself. Or you can do what this person would do, which is just use it for a pitch to really bring to life the new subscription business that they have. So you can see it's writing the code here. And again, I have this done already in a different spot here. And so this is taking a lot of that information that I already had, and within a matter of minutes, it's able to go through and show what this website would look like. So now I can walk directly into a pitch meeting or an investor meeting. I have my competitive analysis. I have a website that I can show, and I have multiple options of a pitch deck that I can show as well. So this process would have normally taken me days or weeks, and now it's much faster. One last thing that I do want to show is something also new that we have. You might want to go and create a more complex task. So you've now decided, I'm going to start this subscription business, and I'm having an event, and I want to start with my most loyal customers. And so I actually have spreadsheets of my sales from the last 2 years and attendees from an event, a marketing event that I had. And I know those are the customers I really want to start with a subscription service. And so what I'm going to do is ask ChatGPT here to go and find all of the customers that I've had come to my recent event, my spring fair event. Also cross-check that with all of the customers who have ordered from my website recently. And I'm using this product called Agent. And what it's going to do is it's actually going to open up a new machine on its own. And it's going to go through and it's going to then create a new spreadsheet with users that I want to target, and then with targeted campaigns for those users too that I can send them via email. And so you can see, to start small, I have these 4 users here that I'm going to start by reaching out to them via email. And I'm starting with the products I know that they already like, and I'm adding a 50% discount for new ones that are similar to what they already have. This is essentially what it was doing during the part that it was thinking, is it was creating a new virtual machine, virtual computer, and it was going through and checking all of the different entries. And so this is called Agent. It's basically the ability to delegate a task to ChatGPT, walk away, go have coffee, go work on something more important. And then when you come back, you can do mundane tasks like filling out spreadsheets, filling out CRMs, doing research by going to different websites. I use this recently. This is kind of embarrassing. I used this recently because I wanted to buy lotion here in the US, but I was scared that it didn't have the same ingredients as the lotions that they sell overseas. And so I actually kicked off a task and I had it go to a Korean website and scan the ingredients for every single lotion type. So I knew which ones I could buy in the US and which ones I would have to wait. And that would normally take me a really long time. So that's just a personal example of something that you can do, but really this is here so that you can delegate anything to ChatGPT. So that went really fast, but we will share out these different prompts with you. And I think my ask here is just to start using this and seeing if you can find ways to integrate this into your day-to-day in terms of how you're thinking about your business and launching your business. And the more that you use this, the more power that you'll get out of this as well.
Can I also just add, that was amazing, by the way. Like, the one thing I would say as a hyper user of ChatGPT, when you're in the middle of all of that and you're like, oh, I don't really know what to do next, great thing about ChatGPT is just ask it. You can literally type in a question like, hey, I was doing this, I'm a bit stuck. I saw someone do this at an event. What would I do next? And it'll just tell you. And then you keep going. So you literally, it's like having a real live person next to you. And even sometimes when I'm working on something like that, I then open it up on my laptop, I open it up on my phone, and I just talk to my phone when I'm doing this. And one other little thing that I love for pitching, so I have to pitch a lot. So when I'm going to a pitch on the drive-in, because often these things are like early morning, turn on ChatGPT, I've fed it my talking points, and I say, hey, I'm on my way to this interview. Let's do a practice session. Ask me some questions. I want you to hear my answers. And then after the top 3 questions, we're going to stop and you're going to critique me. And so ask a question, I respond, ask another one, I respond. And then we stop, we have a little critique session. And then I say, hey, can we try it all again? And I go again until I feel really confident.